has to take from that angle. How?
That leave it to him lah. Just continue.
Yeah, just continue. Okay. Just continue.
Just stand.
Be natural.
Okay.
Okay.
Louder.
Alright, okay. We, the three of us, Farfa, Lava, and myself, Shafinas, the Greenies group, decided to organize a green partnership gala night. Okay. So the objective of this gala night is for our annual fundraising for our GDC projects. Okay. And the second objective is to create awareness among the corporates. So basically our target groups are the upper management corporates. We will be targeting about 1,000 of them, 1,000 packs of them. And the date will be on June 5th, 2015. That is in conjunction with World Environmental Days. Okay, and the venue we decided to organize it in the Majestic Hotel in KL, and the guest honor will be our Prime Minister of Malaysia.
Not Rosma.
Okay, so the event flow, there will be a pre-event. So starting will be registration, and then we'll lead them to a mock catwalk trail. So we'll set up a trail in which the sponsors, the donors can actually see what they're going to be donating for. So we'll set up snares on the trail, and then maybe plants to act as forests and stuff like that, so they can walk through and see what are they protecting, the tiger protection and the habitat protection and so on. And there will be a exhibition booth which will consist details of the projects, publication, donation box and so on. So for the event itself, it will start off with welcoming speech by GC director, and then there will be an introduction video towards what is the project that they will be donating to. Following that, there will be speech by Prime Minister, right, by a guest of honor, and then there will be a TEDx talk by Wu Teo. She is Executive Director of YTL Singapore on YTL sustainable practices. This will be educational for all the corporates as well, so it will be something to have during the dinner itself. And after that, throughout the dinner, there will be entertainment by kids from Kampung Merapu, which is where we have the catwalk. Merapu is the place that we have catwalk. So the kids will be maybe having a show, and then Zainal Abidin, Yuna, Harid Iskandar, Cik Murad. These are green entertainers, as well as fashion show by Lim Kok Wai University students, lucky draw, and also auction. That's for the event.
Yeah. So now, coming to the budget, we are hoping to get our income for the event from 3 sources, which is table sales, sponsorship, and donation. We're targeting 1 million from table sales because we project, we are planning to have a minimum of 70, if not maybe 100 tables. And from the table sales, we are targeting 1 million ringgit. From that 1 million ringgit, 350,000 we are thinking of, we hope it comes from sponsorship, because the way that we're going to sell the tables are the top VIP tables, which are going to be placed closer to where the Prime Minister is sitting. Those tables are going to be sponsored tables, and they're going to be priced at higher, 50,000 and above. And also donations on that night and leading to that night for the event. Our estimated expenditure to cover all these costs, the cost of the venue, the cost of the food, the entertainment, the production costs, and also the project administrative costs. The project administrative cost includes logistics. We will have to be setting up a committee, a team to organize the whole thing. The marketing collaterals and etc. So all of that we are estimating it to be actually 350. We didn't put it on there. 350,000. So we're hoping to get a minimum of 350,000 from sponsorship to cover the cost of the actual event. Our manner of approach, okay, because we are targeting the upper management of the corporates, we are going to be relying on our committee members network. What we need to do is actually form a committee out of people who actually have a good network of corporates, and for them to actually approach these corporates with a sponsorship package. For example, we will definitely invite Brother Dominic and Miss Anne to be part of the team. When we have our meetings, then they will actually be able to tell us, okay, we so and so person. Even if they don't help us with the actual canvassing, maybe they can actually introduce us to who they know and who they think would be, like you mentioned, Rose Rio of YTL. That's why we put it down there. So it's going to be very targeted corporate sponsorship. That's our manner of approach. In terms of publicity, there must be a huge media campaign before and after the event. And because we are going to be dealing with big sponsors, we need to have a soft launch to announce the event, let's say in January, saying that in June we're going to have this big gala dinner. And then as and when throughout the few months where we garner the sponsors, we also give them publicity. We announce in the papers. Like for example, we can announce that Ruthie will be speaking at the event, that sort of thing lah. And it will be comprehensive. It has to be print and online as well. Print, media, and online. So that's
Okay.
it.
Brother, your comments first.
I don't know about GEC, but who will be your key board members? Because to get the PM, you need somebody who can. Sri Razali. Would he have an inroad to the PMO?
Which
Okay.
Ghazali?
Rosanna.
Oh, UN ambassador. Oh, that's
Okay.
the one.
Okay. Yeah. So very good. Yeah. So you have the people to get the inroad. That's important. You've got to size your strength of your organization. Yeah. Your cost is quite high. Your expenditure. 350K, you're raising about a mil. So normally when we say 1/3 is probably the maximum limit.
30,000
Yeah.
is the maximum.
Yeah, 300K.
300,000.
Yeah,
Okay.
Work within that range.
yeah.
Hang on, you're saying 1/3, how much percent?
Normally the guideline is if you are doing an event, your cost should not exceed more than 1/3.
1/3.
About like 30%. Thereabout is a guideline. I don't think it's very strict here. Is it very strict?
Is it 1/3 of the
No
income itself?
enforcement.
Yeah, all in after whatever you do, if your expenditure is, if this is going to be your income, your expenditure is more than 1/3, then it's not really worthwhile in events. Yeah.
I thought they are within the limit, right? Because your revenue is forecast at 1.1 mil.
Yeah.
Your expenditure is
Yes.
350.
Yes.
Ngam-ngam.
Yeah. Yeah. They're near the limit. Okay, but then you have to be aware that they say that if they can't sell 100, they're going to go 70 tables.
Yeah.
So you got to take in view that if you cannot reach 100, your lower end, so you cannot be at your limit, because then when your sales don't reach your target, okay, you want to reach 1 million, but if you sell only 70 tables, then 700,000, then it's going to be half already. Yeah. So as a guideline, you've got to try to keep it, preferably keep it within 20K, even as a gala night. Whatever you can get covered free or whatever, it would be better. Yeah.
Entertainment for kids. Where's Baby Mom Kids?
Can include lah.
Heritage standard is good. I've heard it.
What is TED Doc?
TEDx Talk.
TEDx Talk.
They have this
TEDx.
program, about 7 minutes. They give talks on various issues from community, gender,
Education.
all sort of things. So we are trying to do that during the dinner. So Ruth Yo will come and talk about sustainable management practices in YTL.
Yeah.
So it will be useful information for all the corporates that come there for their green practices, for CSR and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So another question. You said green partnership. Partnership with whom actually? With the corporates.
With the corporates.
But only GEC is organizing it.
Yes.
Together with other groups? No.
No, so it will be partnership between GEC and the corporates.
Yeah.
So this catwalk is what?
So in this case, we are assuming that MyCat is under GEC.
So we have a lot of projects. One of the projects is the MyCat project.
Mm.
Oh.
So it will be organized by GEC with support from sponsors.
Right.
Mm.
And MyCat is part of GEC, just like that.
And what is that donation boxes doing there? I don't quite understand.
So as you enter, before you register, you'll have the mock trail, right? And then before you go in, on the right side, there's a booth only on GEC.
For you to drop.
But yeah, there's a donation box one, but there's also we will arrange our publications because we have a lot of academic and research publications that we publish based on our
Pick up
projects.
a copy.
Yeah, then they can find out about all our other projects.
Okay, this part you did not explain a lot of it. Okay, how many people are going on this trail? Who is your target group? How much you intend to raise? Because if I look at your project proposal, you are talking about two different things. Okay, one is a mock trail, the other one is a sit-down dinner. Is that right? Table seats. Right or wrong?
Yes.
Okay, so you have explained this quite well, but the first part, what else you must include then? Your target group, okay, how many youths are going to take part, or how many corporates are going to take part, and how much you intend to raise from there. It's not there, it's not in your budget thing.
When you say 3 events, it's on the same day, like before.
After the registration, so before they go in for the dinner itself, it's outside the ballroom, for example.
Yes.
And
It's in a
it's
ballroom.
what's the distance like?
Yeah.
Imagine
Logistics, yeah.
I come in my high heels, my Cheongsam all dolled up, then you get me to walk through the trail.
Oh, sorry, we forgot to mention. This mock catwalk trail is actually going to be led by the
Our
trail
volunteer
leader.
leaders, yes.
A volunteer leader, the person who's actually
Yeah.
trained in wilderness. So that person, whoever who comes in front of the actual trail, that person will take the person through the trail.
Yes.
They don't have to go inside, but it's like a mini tour of the
But
catwalk
what's
trail.
the distance like? Because I'm looking at practicability. You are all dressed up,
Yeah.
lounge suit and all
Because
that.
it's a mock catwalk trail, so we are just going to keep
half
it
a km, one
No, no,
km.
no,
You said
no.
5 or 6 feet.
5 or 6 feet
Oh.
only. Yeah, so it will be like how does
Would
it
the tiger scratch them?
just like
Someone dress up as a tiger.
you keep a bunch of potted plants and then you put snares, pictures and stuff like that. So it will be just ground, normal ground without the ballroom itself.
Short distance,
Yeah, very short
so even
distance.
high heel also
Yes.
can walk.
Yes, sure, it will be this kind of ground.
Those
Rosma will come in her high heels, her
Yeah,
baju
definitely.
kurung,
Yeah.
well dressed, then you make her sweat, she slap you.
So in terms of logistics, once you register first, and then there's a trail, and then there's this GEC booth. At the booth, then they will have photos of not only the trail, but all our other projects. So
Okay,
they will know.
maybe you could explain this more, and how much you intend to, you think your estimated amount donation boxes. How many people are going to walk this trail? Are you going to have the whole lot of diners?
1,000
1,500.
logistics,
Yeah,
Yeah.
your logistics.
within half an hour.
Yeah.
All your plants will die also.
Yeah.
Okay, so think about that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a great idea, but is it
Yeah.
practical enough? You must think of the numbers.
Can I comment that I don't know why the donation box is actually necessary if you're already targeting the 1 million.
Yeah. Most of these people have no cash when they
Yeah,
come.
when they come in, they don't have cash. And then
Oh,
They have checkbooks.
they will have
They have no cash, they have credit card only.
small cash, 100. That's why I asked them, what is your estimated amount?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know. So yes. Another question I want to ask is, why YTL Singapura? Why YTL is KL?
No, she's the executive director of YTL Singapore.
Oh, Ruth Yo is.
Yeah, that's what we read.
Oh, I see. Okay, she's the right person, like I told you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the TEDx talk is very good because it's relevant to what you are doing and also bring corporate for their CS
Yes.
on
And
sustainable
you
practices.
should,
It's
you
very
should
relevant.
make Ruth Yo to be your chairperson. Then
For
you
this.
have more than 1 million.
Chairperson as
Really?
in the guest of honor.
No. Chairperson for this organizing event.
You want to
She's
bring
committed.
Najib
Get
is
her
your
committed.
guest of honor. You say you want to bring Najib, yes or no?
Yeah.
PM, so your PM is your guest of honor.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay, apart
She's
from
committed.
that, now I want you to be very careful. You just say table sales 1 million. You should give it a breakdown. Like how many tables goes for 50,000, how many tables goes for 5,000
Yes.
or 10,000. Have a breakdown. Then it's easier for you to work and you know whom to target for all this. Huh? So yeah.
Yeah, you
Work-
can strategize.
Yeah.
If not, you say every table is 50,000. It depends on your board. How many of board members can twist
Yeah.
50K for you?
Yeah.
So you say only 4 members can, then that gives you 200K already. Then the rest you have to raise by your other means.
Can I ask a question? The question is about the copywriting, entertainment copywriting, because a singer singing the song, some of the songs are copyrighted, so you might infringe the benefit, the copyrighted acts.
Lyrics.
The MACP, something.
Yeah.
And also the donation, it said the income tax will come after you, so your ticket is it, how you measure the sales of ticket.
Because for
No amount on the it's
Okay.
by invitation, then it's
By
high class.
invitation.
You know,
Yeah.
by invitation, don't put down. Guest of honor, YAB, Najib, what? Huh? Yeah. Mm.
But the cost of the copyright is going to be covered in the project admin cost. Yeah, all the
Whatever lah.
So you have to apply the license, is it?
yeah, but mostly
And then-
the hotel, which is the
They'll
YTL
help you,
hotel,
lah.
they will have it.
They help you.
And then you
So no
can
problem.
take one step further by saying everybody wants to sit beside Najib, isn't it? So you say you give an amount of 100,000, maybe target 10 people to sit beside him. Your board members, just the chairman will do lah. Huh?
Yeah, that's true.
Ah.
Yeah.
Like last time when I had that big dinner which I wrote in 2 million, okay? You want to sit beside Andy Lau. Andy Lau is a Hong Kong actor. You know lah, all these Chinese video fellas all like to sit beside a Hong Kong actor. You pay and you get to sit beside him.
But
You
sit.
will get one table
sit, yeah.
plus, you know, the
But sit.
buyer of that table will sit beside Najib. Yeah?
So your 50K
Okay.
is doable. Yeah,
Brother, okay?
quite good. Yeah.
Give them a big hand. So, if you're seriously working on this, yeah, put more into it, like I say, breakdown of tables and all that, huh? And explain this part a little better, more in detail. You know, like brother says, the logistic, 500 people walking through this or whatever, you know, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Group 2, Mana?
The other side. Okay.
So like refugee kids and underprivileged, right? So now the objective of doing this is because education for children in dignity, sponsor a child, raising fund for teachers training. The reason the education and sponsor a child is because education is like as an overall education for everybody. We need funds for that in order for all the children, about 1,000 over kids to get education, right? Sponsor a child means like there are a lot of children who cannot pay school fee. they are unable to pay. They are very poor. So we have to look for sponsors. So this run, okay, these are my main two target, and this one is going to be like for teachers training. Okay, in order for students to get a better education, the teachers will be better equipped. Okay, therefore we need to have like in-house training, training them outside.
Sure.
So this is the main objective of doing this run. Now my target group is when we are doing a run, right? Everybody like to participate in a marathon. This is not really a marathon because marathon about 40k, 50k km, right? This is gonna be like just a participate, it's fun, right? And they like it. From my experience, right? So my target is secondary school students, international school students, college students, corporates, donors. Donors means like our database donors, friends, families, and public. So these are my target group that I wanna reach to, right? Then my innovative event describes going to be like, okay, it's going to be basically 10 km run divided into 3 age categories, right? Which is youth, 13 years old to 18 years old, adults, 18 years old to 35 years old, and veteran, 35 years old and above. 3 categories, which is convenient to them. Each categories will be running at a different timing. For example, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. or the veterans, 8:30 to 9 adults, 9 to 9:30 are the youth. So there's a half an hour gap. Basically, the max you're going to take about is 20 minutes, but just give a give and take. So I give a half an hour buffer in between. So the starting point is at Dignity for Children, and the ending point is at Padang Merbok. There will be food stalls, obviously, at Padang Merbok. Okay, this is going to be another source of income for this event. There will be music, blasting, right? DJs, speaker all over at Padang Merbok, and special performance that is presented by Dignity for Children students. And obviously, there will be press coverage involved. Now I hand it to Uncle Arya for the next session.
Okay, taking on from where Hassan left off, the dates, 16 September at the Dignity for Children, the starting point, and end up at Padang Merbok. And we are just fixing a time between 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. so it won't take the whole day. Now the income, the registration fee is where the bulk of our income is going to come from, since it's a charity run and for a specific school. 100 ringgit at 200 packs for the youth will raise about 20,000. Adults, we are going to fix it at 150, and that also 200. That's about 30,000. Veterans also a bit more. Veterans will be those with 35 and above, working adults as well. 200 and another 40,000. And then the food, as mentioned by Hassan, we hope to raise from the stalls in the Padang Merbok about another 8,000. And the selling of merchandise specifically from the Dignity School. So we estimate about 100,000 ringgit that we can raise just from income alone. Expenditure will be mainly confined to the merchandise printing, purchasing, and then the publishing material. And then we have to engage this RELA and for enforcement, DBKL, portable toilets, which we will be fixing at Padang Merbok at the end point. And then certificates for participation, rental of the field, Padang Merbok, ambulances, and then the purchasing of food and drinks, which is actually for the selling of the food. The food stalls will be run entirely by the Dignity Home, because they got about staff of about, how many staff? 60 staff, and about 1,000 children. Then tents, transportation, children, and then performance. Now this is the most important, because we are going to put proposals, one-page proposals to the various big-time sponsors. There will be Nike, Adidas, FNN, 100 Plus, YTL, because YTL is very sort of located in the central area.
Yeah.
Very much in central area. And then the Ministry of Sports, Wijaya Foundation, Marsing Foundation, these are developers. And then UNCHR. And okay, that's it. And then
The email blasting to the family.
Email blasting to family, friends, and all the database contacts. That would be sufficient. So publicity via Facebook, Dignity for Children website, YouTube. You might spend some money to maybe do a video on this and upload it, and then promoting to schools, colleges, corporates, public through malls. They will go to the malls and set up booths to promote. And also to parents and friends. Sufficient posters, flyers, advertisements in Star, Metro, The Sun, Berita Harian, and then aid through radio, BFM, and all the radio networks. So the expenditure is 35, so we should be making a net of about 65, right? Okay, that's all.
Brother, would you like to go first?
Fine.